All right, we're back with lesson 3, factor form of a quadratic relation, and we're looking at our examples now where we're required to determine the y-intercept, the zeros, the equation of axis of symmetry, and the vertex of each of the quadratics, and then we're going to do a sketch. All right, starting with the y-intercept. So to keep myself organized, I don't have a nice, beautiful chart already given to me, like in here on this page that we did our first example. So this will be like what it is in your homework when you're working on lined paper. Keep yourself organized. Let's write a little title. All right, so we know to find the y-intercept, it's our favorite line, let x equal 0. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll sub in let x equal 0. So y equals x, instead of x we have 0 times 0 plus 6. Okay, according to order of operations, we know we do brackets first. That's 0 times 6, which is just going to give us 0. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and write that as an ordered pair, because remember we have to graph this after. All right, so that's our first point on a graph. So interesting, we can see that our y-intercept goes through the origin. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to do our zeros now. So for our zeros, we have a similar title. Zeros, remember, is the same thing as the x-intercept, and we have to let y equal 0. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to sub in 0 for y. So it'll be 0 at the front of the equation, and that's x times x plus 6. Now remember, we have two factors here. I have a factor of x and a factor of x plus 6. And the word factor, remember, are numbers that multiply together. So when these multiply together, they have to give us 0, which means this has to equal 0 or this has to equal 0. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do the work to show that. Okay, remember, this is the part that's new. So we're going to write x equals 0 or x plus 6 equals 0. And now we're going to go ahead, this one's already done for us, and then x plus 6 we need to solve would be x equals negative 6. And remember what we said, it's the opposite. It's plus 6 inside, negative 6 outside. All right, and those are our two x-intercepts. So again, the origin, which makes sense, since the y-intercept is also the origin, and then negative 6, 0. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. Those are two more points that we're going to use to graph our equation. All right, we got the zeros done. We got the y-intercept done. Now we are on the equation of the axis of symmetry. So I'm going to use short form. EQN is short form for equation of axis of symmetry. A of S is short form for axis of symmetry. All right, so to find the equation of the axis of symmetry, we use our formula. H equals R plus S divided by 2. The R and the S are the intercepts we found above. So 0 and negative 6. So 0 plus negative 6. We use our x-intercepts and divide by 2. So that's negative 6 divided by 2, which is negative 3. That's our H value. So we found the equation of our axis of symmetry, and remember we write that as a vertical line, x equals negative 3. Now we don't use that to help us graph, we use it to help us get our vertex. So we're going to find our vertex now. So our vertex, to find it, we're going to sub in x equals negative 3, because remember that's half of our vertex, that's the x value of our vertex. So we'll sub that into our equation. I can't quite see it, I'll put it up here. So where y equals x times x plus 6, it'll now be y equals negative 3 times negative 3 plus 6. So let's write that down. Y equals negative 3 times negative 3 plus 6. All right, so we're going to solve brackets first. Negative 3 plus 6 is 3, and when I multiply it, I get negative 9. So our vertex is going to be, our x value is negative 3 and our y value is negative 9. And let's highlight that. And that's our last point that we have to find. So we did our 4 things. We found our y-intercept, our zeros, our equation of axis of symmetry, which helps us get the vertex. And now we're going to graph that. So we have, again, no scale. We have to make our own scale. All of our values are smaller this time, so we can just count by ones on both the x and the y. All right, I'm going to pause the video, fill in my scale. When I come back, it'll be ready to go. All right, here's my axis all scaled and ready to go. Let's go and get our first points. So our first points are our y-intercept, 0, 0. So I'm going to put that on. I wish I didn't have to keep scrolling. Sometimes my screen does that, which is not helpful. All right, 0, 0. So our first point, there's our y-intercept. That's also one of our x-intercepts, and the other x-intercept is -6. So we'll put that on. Okay, we have our y-intercepts and our next x-intercepts. Next point is the vertex. So -3, -9 is going to be here. Okay, we have everything we need. Remember that axis of symmetry is the vertical line going through the x value of our vertex at -3. So that just helps us see the symmetry of our parabola. And let's go ahead and we'll plot our parabola. Or sorry, draw our smooth curve. So remember, we don't want it to be a V. We want it to be a nice smooth curve. Beautiful. Arrows on the ends. And then we label with the equation. So y equals x times x plus 6. Okay, looks great. Let's try our next example. Okay, we're going to start with our y. Oh, shoot, why does it do that? Okay, let's try it again. Start with our first example. So we write our title, we're finding our y-intercepts. To find the y-intercept, we know we're going to let x equal 0. So my equation is y equals x minus 2 squared. It'll now be 0 minus 2 squared. Okay, so that's going to be 0 minus 2 is a -2. Squared is going to be a +4. Okay, so we can go ahead and write that as an ordered pair. So my x value is 0, my y value is 4, and that will be our first point that we'll use to graph our parabola. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and find our zeros. So for our zeros, we know that that's x-intercept, and we let y equal 0. Okay, so for here, we're going to put 0 where y is. So we have 0 equals x minus 2 squared. And we know that x minus 2 squared is the same as x minus 2 times x minus 2. Okay, now remember, I'm going to write some stuff in black. You don't have to write it down, just to remind us that this is new, that in order to solve for x, we know both factors could equal 0. In order, when we multiply them together, we get an answer of 0. So we use that concept to write two new equations. So I'm going to write x minus 2 equals 0, or x minus 2 equals 0. And then we solve both of those. Okay, I just wrote down the wrong thing. I'll fix it. So we know we're going to add 2 to both sides. So x equals 2 or x equals 2. Well, that's interesting. It's the same thing. So that means we only have, in this case, 1 0. If we have only 1 0, that means that my vertex of my parabola sits right on the x-axis. So that's pretty cool. We'll take a look at it. So that point we have ready to go. So let's go ahead now and we're going to get our equation of the axis of symmetry. Okay, so equation, remember we can write short form, equation of axis of symmetry. Now normally we use that equation, h equals r plus s divided by 2, but we have an interesting thing happening. So since there is only 1 0, that means it is also the vertex. So therefore, since it's also the vertex, if the vertex is going to be 2, 0, the same as the x-intercept, that means that x equals 2 is the axis of symmetry. Because remember, the axis of symmetry is a vertical line that goes through the x value of the vertex, which is going to be 2. Okay, and that makes it easy for the if we already know what the vertex is, we don't have to do that calculation. We don't have to sub in. We already know that the vertex is going to be 2, 0. All right, so this happens when, look at the original equation, when it's x minus 2 squared. If you have an equation that looks like that, the x-intercept will be the vertex. So we can make a little note of that. So in this form, the x-intercept will be the vertex. And now let's graph it to see what it looks like. All right, so same thing's gonna happen. I'm gonna pause the video, do my equation, and like magic, it'll be ready to go to graph. All right, I'm ready to go. So I remember that my y-intercept is 0, 4, so let's plot our point at 0, 4. My x-intercept is 2, 0, and that is also my vertex. So the equation of the axis of symmetry we said was x equals 2, because it goes through the x value of the vertex. Okay, and we're going to use that equation to help me mirror image this point, my y-intercept, so that it's easier to draw my parabola. All right, let's go ahead and draw it. So smooth curve. Okay, we don't want it to look like a V, we want it to look like a U. Put arrows on the end. Now look at that. We said there's one x-intercept and it's also the vertex. It sits right on the x-axis, so that's what it looks like. And we also said the equation, when it is x minus 2 squared. So whenever you have a binomial squared, it'll always look like this, where the x-intercept and the vertex is the same point. All right, so this is a lot of new stuff. Refer back to your notes in your video as you do the homework questions, as you get stuck. I'm telling you right now, the green, the work I did in green, the zeros, the part that everyone forgets how to do is this part, setting the equations equal to 0, and then doing your individual brackets equal to 0. That's what everyone forgets. So you have this note you can go back to, and you have this video to go back to in case you forget by the time you get to your textbook questions. All right, have a great day, guys.